are pushing the live button. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You know what time it is. It's about that time. It's Gentlemen After Dark Wednesday, y'all. Gonna give folks a few minutes to kind of get up in here before we get started. I wasn't watching, almost took my breath away. Let me go ahead and make some acknowledgments. Want to thank those guests that are here. Anywho, if you are here, feel free. Let me know that you're here. I'll take your name, a little something, something, so I know that you are definitely in the building. It is Gentlemen After Dark Wednesday. Why is it picking up that? That's crazy. Oh, probably because it's speaker, huh? Deidre is in the building. Good evening, Deidre. I see you. I see you. I see you. You're here prompt. I truly appreciate you this evening. Look at that. I'm gonna hit her like this. Wow. 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 Really, Buffy? That means that you haven't read not one thing that I sent out. I'm disappointed. Anywho, I'm gonna keep on going on. Wow. We're gonna let this music go for a few more seconds here, guys. Give me a hot minute. When I saw you that night. Miss Finnison, good evening to you. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shouts out to Miss Chandra. She's in the building. Miss Lee Dixon is in the building, y'all. Thank you, Deidre, for that acknowledgement, because I can only see certain people. Good evening, Sean. Good to see you again. Sherry's in the building with the Orlando. Hey, and to all my YouTube watchers, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna stop that music. I don't want to get violated. So, look, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this conversation, I guess, tonight. But before I do so, I'm trying to stall a little bit. Two of us was on time today. So, I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge my panel here. Two of us was on time, prompt. Early is on time. Others, I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on, but I'm gonna say this. And she's
I was having technical difficulties.
I can't see her face whatsoever. And turn on the lights because we want to see who was late for class today. We want to see who was late for class.
Get inside.
We want to see. Oh, look at all of the kids that have come to the classroom after roll has been called. Good evening, ladies. This part right here, y'all
made
giving
it.
me a little bit of ammunition to start this conversation.
I made it.
Thank you for making it. I appreciate that. So, once everybody is all good and settled, I'm gonna say good evening again. Welcome my audience to Gentlemen After Dark with my co-hosts. Excuse the T for tardies, but they here, y'all. They here. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all grief. But
Trying to get this newfangled equipment.
Right. It's all love. It's all fun. We got to have fun with this. So I want to start the show off like I traditionally like to do. So, ladies, stand by.
Live in studio, you're tuned into Gentlemen After Dark. Hey, Onyx.
And good evening again. Tonight's episode of Gentlemen After Dark, and let me highlight what we are going to be talking about, is what do ladies want from men? Tonight's episode is brought to you by Tiff Honey, a vegan hair care. Let me say this right, but she gets me. Matter of fact, I'm going to just read what she wrote. Tiff Honey's, a vegan hair care line specially made for beards, curls, and coils, crafted by Tiffany Beasley. Our signature product is beard juice and hair juice, which includes their charcoal collection. You can find them at Tiff Honey, that's www.tiffhoney.com. You guys might want to take a look at Miss Tiffany Beasley. She was here with her recycled goods. She's got a lot of things going on, guys and gals. So check her out. Thank you, Tiffany. So let me start off like this.
Oh, wow.
Y'all, I couldn't rock by myself. I brought a couple of fellas with me. Y'all see them? Brought some fellas with me because I know that, my panel is a hard-hitting panel, and I know y'all about to bring the noise. And we're going to try to make this as fun and entertaining and educational as possible. I pray that the fellas jump in here and pay attention. They're not here for talking. They are here for listening. So tonight is all about the ladies. But I am going to start with this one. We're going to talk about the subject of what it is that ladies want from men. There are no rules in here other than this one. We are not going to talk about loyalty. Why? Because I don't want to hear that typical word used, loyalty. There are so many other issues or desires, wants from the ladies, and you ladies are the spokes ladies, if you will, for our audience tonight. I want to hear from you guys the the organic, the unfiltered if need be. And I'm not saying that you have to expose your own personal business out here, but I'm looking for some candid conversation. I will try to extend a little bit. I will look at my audience and see what questions they may have or input they may want to add to it. If it's coming from the fellas, I probably won't give them a fair listen tonight because I really want to hear the ladies. I want the fellas that are here in the audience basically to pay attention because next week is going to be their week to do the same thing, to speak on it. And you ladies will have the opportunity to sit quiet. So I see some comments have already started popping up. I see my guy. Oh, we got some fellas in here, y'all. Y'all got the show for real. Y'all got the flow. I see my brother, Big David Haslett. I see Roger up in here. Rabbit, that's what's up. I see you, man. Big Bert, he's up in here. These is fellas. I like that. That's what's up. Here we go. So for my audience, real fast, you guys, can you guys, YouTube or Facebook, I'm sorry, for my viewers, if you want to share this with anybody on YouTube, it is Gentlemen, GENTLEMAN_After Dark. If not, they can come right to my page, Orlando Thomas on Facebook. It is public for them to see. So enough on that. I think we got that part. We got a nice audience. We got some fellas that are going to be attentive to you ladies. So good evening again, ladies. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment to introduce yourself. You don't have to give me your rank, serial number, and all of that good stuff. You don't have to tell me if you're married, single, separated, divorced, whatever. You don't have to, but if you choose to, feel free to do so. I will highlight each of you like this, and you can begin talking at that point. So we're going to start with Ms. Terry.
Good evening, everybody. Obviously, my name is Terry Johnson. I will go ahead and offer up that I am a widow. So although a lot of what I'm going to talk about tonight has nothing to do with that, but it does influence a little bit. But it's great to see everybody here tonight and look forward to this conversation. It's going to be good.
Thank you so much. Coming up
Hi.
next. Go for it.
Hi, I'm Bubbles. Um, some of you already know me, but a lot of you may not. But tonight is going to be a good opportunity for you to get to see my opinions, know my opinions.
Ooh, I'm so excited for that one. I don't even know how to hold my cheeks back because I know you coming. And then last but not least,
Hi. So I'm Buffy, and this is a topic that I'm very interested in being heard on. I definitely have some thoughts and some opinions, and it definitely has nothing to do with loyalty.
hey,
The
that's what's
furthest.
up. Because folks will be coming in here with that. I just need to know. Yeah, boy, oh boy.
No, no. It's way
Let's-
beyond that.
Beyond that, okay. Let's dig in. Let's dig in. So, ladies, you do not have to raise your Zoom hand in this here room. This is a conversation. If you are talking 9 times out of 10, again, I will highlight the screen on you while you're talking, so we get the full effect of what you have to say. Outside of that, if you are talking too long, then guess what? I probably will pull the screen back so it's like all 4 of us, and you'll know, like, ooh, maybe I'm talking too long. Let me get out the way. Got it? Any questions? Anybody nervous? How you guys feeling? You ready?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Good. So, I did not prepare any questions except for one. This is going to be all about how you ladies feel. But I do know that our audience is comprised of the majority is ladies. We have some married folks in here. We got some single folks. We got some separated folks. We got some widows in here, widowers. We have a wide variety. We have young, we have older, and so far I don't see any other folks other than some of us. But yeah. Oh, well, Terry counts too. So go ahead. So, ladies,
That's what
here's
happens.
my first question to start us off, because this is probably going to be the only question that I get to ask. Recently, I was on a different podcast show listening, and they were talking to ladies as well about alpha men and all that good stuff. And one of the ladies came out and was like, yeah, because, I'm an alpha female, and, I'm professional and blah, 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 blah. I just kind of like, after she said I'm an alpha, I just kind of like disconnected myself personally. So I'm just kind of curious, what exactly or who is an alpha female? This is the only question that I'm going to ask to get us started. What is that?
That does not apply to me. I'm not really sure why some woman would refer to herself as that. I do associate that as a male term. So I don't know why a woman would call herself that. I don't want to compete with a man, so that's not for me.
Thank you, Buck.
I agree.
So do I, definitely. It's a misconstruction of a title that it's been applied by men to women, and then a lot of women have claimed it. And yeah, it's definitely not. It's not a positive. Anybody that calls themselves that.
Right. And from our audience, Miss Yolanda Taylor said, "Alpha female, too much testosterone." But hey, I just wanted to be the guy to stir the pot a little bit. What exactly is all of that? So let's jump in. I'm eager to hear about what you ladies want from men. So anybody, feel free, jump in.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and start. That's kind of a tough question. Um, I know you mentioned to say don't include loyalty, and it's so funny because that was the furthest thing from my mind. Because you have to get, for me, I would have to get to a lot of different aspects of a man before I want his loyalty. I mean, um, I don't want loyalty just from any old person. And I just want to tell any men that's in the audience, I'm definitely not a male basher, and I can only speak from my experience. Um, but the first thing that never used to have to be at the top of my list, it didn't seem that it was a factor, but now more than ever, I think what I want in a man is a man who knows who he is and has a healthy mental outlook upon himself and a realistic healthy view of women and what a woman's purpose is.
Mm.
So I'll just start with that and see if one of my other sisters here could pick it up from there.
I like that. I definitely like that, and I'm with you. Loyalty, that wasn't even a factor for me, because I believe strongly that loyalty just is it's encompassed in way more than just what most people apply that word to mean. And when a man can come comfortably with himself, as this her name was Buffy, I believe. The
Yeah.
way, yes, yes. When he can come comfortable with himself and confident, we don't mean cocky. We all know that most men like to carry themselves with the chest out and state with the chest and all of that. It's not always necessary, but uh, the confidence allows him to move and gives us confidence in him to be able to follow as he's trying to lead. Not automatically.
Agreed.
She
That's
said, not
right.
automatically though, right?
Right.
Okay.
Not all men know how to lead.
Indeed. And some
Ooh,
of
say it again.
Well, hey, let's expound on that because, and again, I'm really not supposed to do a lot of talking, but I'm gonna help us along here. Um, in talking with you guys individually, I know Bubba always has this. She has a great saying. Yeah, buddy, here he comes. Here he comes. And again, this is not for male bashing. For me,
No.
this platform is for us to be able to educate one another, so that we can learn to do better for ourselves. Buffy made mention about the whole mental wealth part. That's important. If not, you'll
Absolutely.
end up with what's that guy you always talk about? Bubba, you put a something on a people be trying to put a crown or something. Something to that.
Oh, some women tend to put crowns on clowns and expect kings.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Ooh.
We shooting. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fire.
And then want to be mad.
Right.
And have the audacity to be upset when they run across real women that don't tolerate or don't deal with the little things that they're accustomed to. Now, when you speak of what women want, I would tend to say most women nowadays around our age, we're definitely want somebody that knows how to lead, that stable, have some stability about yourself.
Mhm.
Because of course, now not only am I saying what you're going to bring to the table, because I'm definitely going to bring that and then some. I'm gonna meet or beat you, one of the two.
That's right.
But it's nowadays it's just so different that men have been so what's the word I'm looking for? They've been so used to doing things a certain way. Now that women now today are not dealing with that, it makes it a little difficult for them to come at real women.
And we are part of that problem, because of the fact that we have hyped up that they should never have gotten the hype, but we were so steady cheerleading for them. And when they weren't going anywhere, we were dragging them. We weren't pushing, we were dragging. And that's not to bash. It's just that, again, that goes right along with what she's saying. You cannot put a crown on somebody that's not ready to wear it.
Mm. I agree. And I just wanted to kind of chime in on the point where Terry stated that a lot of it is the women's fault. Not only did we pamper and puff up an empty shell of a man and say, look what I got. I put clothes on it. I fed it. I made them pretty. And I took them everywhere I went. And I introduced them to everybody I know. I got a man. Look at it. He's great. Not only did we do that, we also, on the other hand, and myself is not included in this statement, there have been many sisters generationally that have decided they did not need a man. Oh, deep down inside, they want one really bad, but they have declared from the mountaintop, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. And they began to live like they didn't need a man. And then begin to pass that poison down generationally. And I'm 54, so I can recall my mother telling me repeatedly throughout my life, you don't need anybody. She never specifically said a man, but just said, you don't need nobody. Anything you want, you do it yourself, you get it yourself, you educate yourself. Yes, those are good points. But at the same time, in my early years, I was very non-committal and very cold towards people. I could like you or love you, but maybe if one thing didn't jive, maybe we had one fallout, I just was so easy to cut a person off and just shut down on somebody. And it took me a while to mature out of that trait, and that was a choice. I chose to mature from that. I asked God to change me in that aspect, and there I made changes because I did not want to be a bitter, cold, shut off woman. I didn't even have a reason to be that way, but it was kind of instilled. Like, you don't need nobody. Just do it. Just get it yourself. Do it yourself. Buy it yourself. You don't need anybody.
Right.
But here I am at 54. Yes, I was married before. In the beginning, my husband was a great man, but he was an alpha male. And he began to what do they say? Drink his own wine or whatever. He just start. What's that term?
I wasn't gonna say it that way, but I'm gonna let you go.
I'm not sure how they say it, but he just began to believe he was greater than great and gooder than good, and began to flatter himself so much. He began to put himself above his wife, his children, his family. He thought because he made good money, I mean, he thought he was walking on water now. And then once he messed up everything crumbled. He wanted to try to come back, but now you're broken and damaged. I don't want you either. So, and then that goes into a whole nother story. We'll get there later about how they couldn't do it right with you. But then when they got with the other one, they start doing it right for them.
I believe part of that is because we helped them understand what they were doing wrong and what they were doing right. And again, as they say, a person is willing to make changes for the person they want to make changes for.
Absolutely.
So he changed himself into what he wanted to be, but not for you, so that he can move on and do it elsewhere. But you know what? Bye.
So really fast, I have to do this. My dad is in the building again, you guys. My dad has been here about, a month and a half straight. And I always try to make it a point to acknowledge him. And my mom is in here as well. So
nice.
Welcome, you guys. Thank y'all for staying up past your bedtime. Hopefully, you guys can learn some of this stuff, this modern stuff, I guess. So let me ask this question.
I'm glad you said that your parents were here. So because you
Hey,
know me. I'm
no,
so
no,
glad you
no.
said your parents was
Believe,
here.
believe me,
Good
you.
evening, sir and ma'am.
Right.
Mr.
No,
You tried
Edmund.
to
no,
set me
no,
up. You tried to set me up, Onyx. You tried to set me
no,
up, but
He
it's
no,
okay.
tried it.
no, don't do it.
Let's
Don't do it.
let's
So look,
let's move
let me ask
on.
this question. So we can kind of get some of these qualities. Dating, past and present. Let's talk about that. How was dating?
Dating, I'd like to start on that one,
Go
Please.
if
ahead.
you don't
Get it,
mind.
Bubba. Get it, Bubba.
Dating has truly changed. So I'm gonna tell you a really quick story. After me and my husband had separated, I tried to date, and I went to a place called Wingstops. I met this guy, and he said we were going to meet at Wingstops to go and grab something to eat, to kind of talk and get to know each other. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't have a problem with that. I drove my own car. He drove his car. We met there. So we had small talk for a little bit, and then shortly thereafter, the wings came and we started eating and had a little more small talk. He said, "Hey, listen, if I don't have sex with a lady on the second date, I just feels like she's not interested and I just move on." I said, "Excuse me?" Not that I didn't hear him. Not that I didn't hear him.
Right.
He said it and he repeated it. He
Oh,
said,
wow.
"Well, if I don't have sex with a lady after the second date, I don't think she's interested in me." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, player. Consider yourself not interested. Check, please."
Indeed.
So when the lady brought the check, he said, "Oh, I'll take care of that, and then maybe we can go have a drink." So I said, "No, no, no, baby, don't worry about it. Baby, put this on this black card right here. I'm good.
There you
We
go.
can go." So when I said that to say this, dating has truly changed. No one is meeting nobody at the door. Nobody is opening car doors. Men are not pulling out chairs anymore. They're not doing that because I'm just gonna go back to the crowns and the clowns.
Go
Mm-hmm.
back.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because they have acclimated themselves to this, it really feels odd when it comes to somebody having to come to your door. Nowadays, you really don't want people coming to your door because you don't know
Right.
what kind of lunatic you're going to run into.
Mhm.
But dating has truly changed because the education of the boy to a man has changed. That's all I'm saying.
So before anybody says anything else, can I just play devil's advocate here, please? I got my hand up.
Sure.
I know I don't have to raise my hand, but I'm gonna raise my hand
Sure.
because I was reading some of the comments, Miss Ebony being one of them. No, Miss Maria, I think it is. She said that chivalry was dead. Chivalry is dead.
Nira. Yeah.
Nira, okay, thank you. I believe differently. I believe that chivalry exists. That there is a small number of it, a small percentage, shall I say, of it. But how do you expect chivalry when we as men are hit with, I am an alpha female. I don't need you for nothing. I could do for myself. I don't need nothing from you except
Mhm.
The ding ding.
cover that check
Mhm.
that I just ordered, the king crab legs, the king crab, not the snow crab, not the
Right.
$19.99 a pound. I got the $50 a pound king crab, and I got the filet mignon, and I got the baked potato and the garlic spinach. That's all a la carte. Meanwhile, my man, I'm sitting here eating salad because, yeah, you just done took my little, what I did have to spend, you done robbed me blind. So,
You sound like you fooling with people with champagne
no.
appetites and beer purses.
With
No,
hot,
no.
with hot dog change.
Didn't I just say I was playing devil's advocate?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
Because I've heard some of these stories. Trust and believe that. And I'm looking at some of the fellas, they got the zipper lip going across right now because they don't want to say nothing or they can't say nothing. I'm kind of their spokespiece. But again, to extend this conversation, the reality is, yeah, chivalry does live, but it's not with everybody. And I get that. But how do we How do we find the balance in that?
But can I add in that too that I'm part of me, but some of it is that women are so busy pushing away something as simple as being someplace and a lady is standing and a man has a chair. That might be the only chair, and he offers to let her sit there instead of him. And her immediate response is, "Thank you, but no, you don't need." And there is an immediate, like it was a negative thing. And so many times with women attempting to be independent, we have displaced independence into a position of that's where you want to throw in that alpha female. They're taking care of their bills. They're paying their own way. They're taking care of all 20 of their children or whatever. And they work and everything. So when a man offers to do something, I don't need that. You don't need to do that. I got this. And they want everybody to know they got this. So a man offering to open a door, why should he when you got this? You know?
Because you should be responsible for yourself. The
Mhm.
teachings that should be taught for generations down from men to boys to make men into boys,
Mhm.
they should be responsible for that for themselves. So regardless if you want to sit in this chair or not, as a man, I've been taught to offer you this seat.
Indeed.
So that alpha woman or whatever that what is that anyway? That
Yeah.
alpha woman.
Ain't she in charge?
What that is.
that alpha woman thing, that's just new age. I forgot your parents was here.
That's
Yeah.
okay. All right.
That's
Look, matter of fact, hey Dad, could you send a message and tell the ladies it's okay if they say a bad word or two or three or four? You don't mind? Is that better
and
for
your
you?
mom and your mom.
Could you do that, please? Go ahead, carry on. You all right? I'll vouch for you.
Okay, so yeah, that new age shit that don't work. That don't rock for me.
Right. Hey,
Onyx, you know what I do and how I do it.
right.
So that new age stuff, it don't rock for me. That alpha male, female, that don't rock for me.
Right.
And it really shouldn't rock for any woman.
No, it shouldn't.
So since Bubba brought it up, I'm gonna tell you guys a true story.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How many years has it been, Bubba? 7, 6.
Oh.
6 years?
Maybe so, yeah.
Oh, 6 years.
Give or take.
So I was blessed to meet Bubba for the first time in person by way of my fraternity. You know, I ride with the Los Angeles Gentleman MC, and I got the chance to meet Bubba at the location that we were having a party. We were hosting a party at this location, namely the Motel 6 in Carson. Shouts out to him. You know, thank y'all for giving us a spot to have a great time, man. So Bubba comes to the party. I never met her before at all. Bubba is in her room along with some of the other brothers and sisters in the room, and they in there serving food. So, you know, hey, I'm a big guy. I like to eat. Hey, let's get it. Well, you guys, Bubba cooked an entire meal minus the meats because that was cooked on the grill by some of the brothers. But all the extras, the trimmings, the early peas, them green peas that come in a silver can, the lasures, right? The lasures. You got to be from the South to know about them. That's that silver can. The best peas ever. She made a whole entire meal with a crock pot or a couple of crock pots. And we had like a full buffet dinner at the Motel 6, all squoze in this room, everybody getting theirs. Well, guess what? Not only did we get our food, but who was serving the food? Bubba, right? No big deal. Okay, cool. You got to portion it out, make sure greedy people don't get all the food. Got it. I ate my food. I didn't get no meat because it was all gone. All I had was mashed potatoes with some cheese and bacon and them peas. And I was in heaven. She'll tell you, I was in heaven like, yeah. I done ate my food up and I'm on my way to go take out the trash, take my trash to the trash bin. And she said, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm about to go throw my plate in the trash. Go ahead, Bubba. You can finish the story. Let me be quiet. You go ahead and finish the story.
I told him that it was not his place to take his plate to the trash. I took his plate to the trash. And any man that got served a plate of food got it served to them and removed when they were done. I'm from the South. It just is what it is. Again, if you are doing what you're supposed to do as a man, these are the amenities that you are allowed.
Mm-hmm.
I like that amenity.
Mm-hmm.
Henceforth, and I say this, my love for Bubba was proven on that day. And I'm not talking about no intimate nothing. I'm talking about where, when, who. Ain't nobody done none of that. Period. With a T.
The tea.
With a T, period.
With a T. Because guess what? Some of us ladies, that's beneath me. I'm not about to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you not my man? Oh, no. We're not about to do that. Again, I didn't know her from Adam. I met her the day of service. And ever since then, she'll tell you, myself and a couple of other my brothers who are here in LA will say, man, you need to come around here and teach some of these ladies some of that stuff that you be doing, because they don't got it.
That's homegrown, baby. That ain't something you can buy.
Hey, hey.
That's homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
That ain't
But-
something you can buy.
Yeah. So
Tell
that was
it.
it. And oh, here you go, Bubba. I got something for you.
Yes.
Go ahead. You can read that right there.
Read what?
I'll read it for you from Miss Viola Thomas.
I can't
It
see.
says,
Oh, okay.
I got you. It says, yes, it is okay to say a bad word or two. It's understandable.
That's your mom.
Thanks,
Is
Mama.
that your mother?
Mama T.
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
She got
Okay.
y'all covered. Ta-da!
With that being said, I hope that earwax ain't going.
No.
I'm ready.
There you go.
I'm ready.
Ta-da!
So funny.
The
So-
topic of this is what women want from
Yeah.
men, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Now,
Very
with the story that you just told, Onyx, there are, like the lady said, she said, I like the word amenities. So for those amenities that you are allowed, we want what we want is the things that make us do those things.
Yes.
What makes us do your laundry? What makes us bring you your plate? What makes us make sure your house is a home? There are some things that you have to do to get those amenities.
Preach.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Absolutely.
So provider, protector, things of that nature. Make sure that everything around this house, because like I say, when you get your check, separate mine from yours. You do what you want with yours. But what has to be here has to be here. What you do with yours, that's on you. But just separate mine from yours.
Mhm. And I'm just highlighting some of these comments, Bubba. They loving what you're saying so far. Ooh.
I love what Bubba's saying.
Indeed.
So, Bubba, are you in California or you don't live here?
I live in Vegas now. I'm in Vegas, but I did live in California for quite some time.
Because I would be interested to know how your womanness is received by men, especially here in California. I do get a different feedback from men in the South. If I was ready to move back to Texas, I could probably get married in less than 30 days.
Yes, ma'am. Because they're a whole different breed of men down there, baby.
I'm
Right.
trying to tell you, Louisiana too. But here in California, and this age group, I don't know if it's because we're over 50. Hey, don't let the little snow on the roof fool you. The engine's still real hot. But what I'm saying is,
Shoot, me too.
being the woman that I was bred to be, being the nurturer and the kind woman, but also a quiet strength and things that I know are valuable.
Mhm.
Bringing those items to the table, those things do not seem either wanted or appreciated. And I think I told Onyx that what okay, so sometimes I try this little online dating. I stick my pinky toe in the little online dating every now and then. And then I see men who on their little profile, the first thing they lead with is, I don't do drama. I don't want drama. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's refreshing because I don't do drama. I've never been accused of drama. I've never participated in drama. And as soon as I meet that particular male who made that statement, his behavior is very dramatic, just a bit over the top, like looking for he's looking for drama. He wants to be stirred up. I mean, I have seen it's just a whole mix, but I am beginning to see men as being the bitter bees, and y'all know what the B word is. The
Bitches.
men have become the bitter bitches, and the women have become the alpha males.
There you go.
And I didn't get the memo when the roles changed, and I don't like it because I'm not on board with either one.
Right.
Help us. Talk to me.
with okay, so I was in California for about 30 years. I lived there for about 30 years, and I do understand and I do recognize what you say about the men in California. I had a man one time tell me, girl, I got this and I got that, and the cockiness, like what's the lady at the top? What's
Terry.
her name?
Terry.
Miss Terry. Like Miss Terry said, the cockiness that they have about themselves. And I'm lyrical when it comes to running my mouth. I like talking shit. So my thing was, okay, well, you got this and I drive this. No, nigga, what drives you? What gets you up in the morning to go get it? That's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in your car because that's your shit.
Right.
That ain't mine.
Exactly.
So if I'm not interested in your car, I'm interested in what drives you, and you can't tell me what drives you to get up and go get it. We don't have no conversation.
No, because there's no goals there.
There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. What we want is some stability. We want a first of all, if you ain't God fearing, as bad as my mouth is, we damn sure can't be together. Somebody got to balance out this shit. First and foremost, one of us got to be God
They
fearing.
prayed up, right?
Somebody got to go
One
to the
of us,
Lord
somebody.
for us.
Yes, and say, please.
I'm not gonna make it. Can you pray for me when you get there, please?
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
So one of us has to have, and that's another part of being able to be a leader. That's what we want. We want a leader. Let me tell you, like them people say, you may be the head, but nigga, I'm the neck. You may be the head. I give you that. I give you that 110%. But
Yeah.
I am the neck.
Yep.
I make sure you function the way you need to function. I make sure that I'm that place that you need to go to when you stressed out. I make sure that I'm the neck. So what we want are the things that allows you these amenities. If you can't give those things to us, move the fuck on. Move around. Don't pull up. Don't even call. Holler at a bitch from a distance.
I don't need no good morning text
I don't need none of that.
WYD.
Yeah, I don't need
What
that.
you're doing, what I'm doing.
Not even what you're doing, just WYD. What?
Yeah. Try GM for good morning.
Really?
Like, who the hell?
I thought that meant General Motors or hey, we making money
Right.
today.
Pick up the phone. Say,
Yes.
talk to me.
Yeah.
It's and men think, oh well, we require so little. We require so little,
Oh, no, they
you
don't.
know, but they really don't. They translate, their minds translates differently than ours. So let me give you an
Absolutely.
example. If I say we're just finished dinner and I say, hey babe, can you take out the trash? His mind immediately says, okay, I'm gonna take the trash out, but I'm gonna do it a little bit later. But
Mm.
he'd say in his head, I'm gonna take the trash. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it later.
Mhm.
My mind just said, take the trash. So that meant I need you to take it now.
Right.
But you translate that as, okay, well, as long as the trash goes out, I got it. We need to be more clear with each other. So now I'm going to say this, babe, can you take the trash out now? Because they're so simple. You have to explain that to them in the lamest terms that there is. Babe, can you take the trash out now? They're simple.
But
They
that's
just
the
need
truth.
direction. I don't know what you laughing at, Onyx.
I'm not laughing. I'm biting my lip because I said I was gonna be quiet. Like, dude,
Okay, well, that's what it is. That's what we want. We want you to understand what we're saying, and we want you to understand, and we want to be understood at the same time. And at the same time, we want to understand what you guys are going through as well. But
Yes.
the amenities that you want, you can't come half cocked with the bullshit for that.
Nope. No half stepping.
Hmm.
Just
so
It's
I'm gonna
still.
put the toe in, like Buffy was talking about, putting toes into something that require the whole foot. Stop it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
fellas, I am gonna chime in real quick and say I hope y'all are listening. Bert, I saw you.
Bert
Clifton, I
gave us
see you.
props.
Right.
Is that Bert from the rink? That's the
That's
DJ?
yes, ma'am.
What?
That's
Hey, Bert, listen up, nigga, because you need some pointers too. Bad.
we all do, and that's why we're here. And I appreciate you guys. I know I didn't say thank you probably like I could have or should have, but I want to thank you guys for sharing that. It's not over. I just want to say thank you. You know, this is what we men we need to hear these things.
Right.
And you know, communication. We always hear that. Oh, communication is the key to everything. But just like Bubba just said, hey, take out the trash. Oh, okay, cool. I got you. And then eventually, I'm gonna get to it. Or take out the trash. Like, can you get that done? Like for me right now, though. For real, please. Hmm? So,
They're
And of course,
simple,
that would
and
have to
sometimes
be
they
all
just
kinds
need
of men.
simple things. Mm-hmm.
right.
Yes, because to tell some men to do something now, you suddenly are getting viewed as though you're trying to be somebody's mother when you're just trying to be efficient so that maybe you could move on to something else.
That part.
Yeah.
You know, it might be that I want to snuggle with you later. If I'm sitting here waiting for trash because I can't do this, then I take it out myself. Now we have an argument because I said I would do it is usually a comment that would come from your male counterpart when, yeah, you said you would do it, but I needed it done.
Yeah.
You know, but
And
of
we
course you
also,
have to know how to speak to your person because not too many of us are going to say, take out the garbage now, baby. You know, we're just,
Yeah, I don't know. Who
right.
you
Can you do
talking to
that
on
now,
that one?
babe?
Like, who you
yeah.
talking
You know, if
to?
you throw in baby,
Yeah.
that fixes everything.
Right.
You can throw the
But you know,
baby on the end.
we also want to be appreciated. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? This is what we want. We want to be appreciated for those amenities. I keep using the word amenity because she says she liked it, and it kind of
That's a good
fits.
word.
It does
No,
fit.
that's what it is.
So we want to be appreciated for those. And so this is one of the things that we want. We want to be appreciated for keeping a clean house for you, making sure your kids are at school, making sure your kids are being taught the proper ways to be out in public, making sure that, you know, we want to be appreciated for that. So every day you come home, and let me tell you, women are audio, men are visual. Does that make sense?
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
We want to hear you say, you know what, babe, thank you, appreciate it. You know what, I appreciate that. Or not that we want to be praised for the things that we're supposed to do, because we know what we're supposed to do, as men should know what they're supposed to do, but
Mhm.
they do not sometimes, and just like some women do not.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But a word of acknowledgement and appreciation goes a long way.
It does, baby.
So
That'll
yeah.
get your dicks. Oh,
Ooh.
good morning, sir and ma'am.
Yes.
We gotta raise the roof on that one. Woo, woo.
Yes.
You don't know what you could get for, you know what I'm saying? You come home and
She
you
telling
just
the
like,
truth,
hey
though.
baby, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you'll get if you walk in this door and say, you know, a nice smack on the ass, baby, you know what, dinner served or whatever. You don't
Right.
know what may be in your future.
That's right.
Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to be touched by a motherfucker that done worked on our nerves all goddamn day.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Or who don't do shit or who don't acknowledge
Who
you
don't
until they get under the covers.
until
Yeah.
they get under the covers. So
Yes.
when you walk in this door from your hard day's work and your meal is here and it's time for you to sit down and eat and do your thing, of course, a little peck on the cheek, a cuddle, a soft kiss on the top of the head. You don't never know what you might get. Boy, keep fooling around and you'll see some shit.
That's right.
Do what you
I'm
do.
team Bubba. Bubba know what she talking about.
Man, Bubba is on
She know how to say it.
FIYAH.
But I mean, it just is what it is. We all
That's right.
want something. We all want something. We all want to be appreciated. Just like that man that goes to work every day. My dude worked 24 hours a day. So when he does come home, you better know everything is right. Clean house, meals ready, clothes clean, house right, just
Mhm.
and I ain't got on nothing
Everything.
but the motherfucking radio. You hear me?
Hello.
Shoot.
So but there are amenities for that.
Yes.
Right.
You got to do what you supposed to do to get those amenities. I ain't about to be running around here naked for no nigga that's out here on the street corner all day. I look like a fool.
Yep.
Not doing it.
But I just wanted to kind of reach back and say, you know, those things are beautiful when you're in a relationship, when you're with someone, when you have aligned with someone. But I'm a single woman and I'm dating, and I'm a woman that's never liked the single life. From, you know, my high school relationship was a long-term relationship. I got married after that into another long-term relationship. After that, I was in another long-term relationship. So the single life is not my thing. But I'm out here. I'm a grown woman and I do have to maneuver or navigate these waters. But what I'm finding, it's not even I'm finding men who really don't want nothing. It's not even that they running around with different women. They just want to be in your presence and soak up your time. And I mean, yeah, I mean,
When they
they're
want
gonna
to.
buy, they might buy you this or that or feed you this or that. They may cook or this and that, but they want you to keep them company out of their loneliness. But they don't want to live life with you. They're not trying to build or create. They may have their own. They have their home. They have their this. They have their that. I have my own things. But they just want someone to just be around. I'm not no damn bare rug carpet. I'm a woman and I got needs. I got ideas. I got plans. I'm making moves. And I need somebody with some damn energy. But what I have found, because at some point, our women have to take responsibility. I don't know what these women that's out in these streets is telling some of these men, but when they're in the presence of a good woman, they don't see you. They don't see you because they don't have to. They don't have to tune in to who I am or what I am or what kind of woman. They don't have to see my heart. They don't have to see my energy because they got Sally, Sue, Maria and Becky all lined up receiving all those text messages telling them come through, or where the women sending them to where you at too. So a real woman that's trying to build and trying to get close and try to get in his life and in his heart really don't have a chance. He don't have to give his heart to you when he could just spread his dick here and there. He don't need no one
And that's
woman.
when you say, and that's exactly when you say, Alexa, play Ludacris, move, bitch, get out
Get
the
out
way,
the way.
Wow.
and
It's
and
very
just keep it
true.
moving, and keep it
And
moving.
then that's what I do.
Yeah.
But
Alexa,
just
forgive
which is
saying
me. I
which is
the
just went.
difficult when,
genuineness.
like you said, you're trying to date. Dating is not easy, and
No,
trying to decide
awful.
how much to give of yourself, attention to somebody, your time, the little
Yeah.
things, some of the amenities, but not all of them.
No,
It's very difficult to navigate. It really is, and
it
a
is.
lot of men, a lot of us people in general, we like instant and immediate gratification. Babies, the word baby starts coming out in a text message way too early, but they think
Way too early.
they're building on the ding ding pictures. I don't want that, but that
Yeah, it
they
is.
I
Y'all
don't
do.
want that.
Not the ding ding
you know
pictures.
I don't
What
want it.
man
we
you know
don't
got a
want that.
ding ding?
Yeah, we don't want that. But those start coming out so early on that they're putting their not even they don't even have a deck of cards. They got a couple, and I'm not saying that I've got all my deck, but my deck is pretty. I like my deck. It's pretty good, but it's not for everybody. And not everybody is going to get all of those little things. You do a
Oh,
couple of things that
absolutely not.
really out. But the simple things, women are in some ways way more simple than we like to act like we need all this stuff, but we are simple. Like
Yeah.
Bud was saying, give me a peck on the cheeks, slap me in the
Yeah.
butt, tell me that looks good, or baby, this tastes good, or I appreciate
Uh-huh.
you, things like that. You can get
Yeah.
it. You can get
Exactly.
it.
Baby, can you get it?
Right.
Yes,
Every
yes.
day and twice
Exactly.
on Sunday.
Exactly. Yes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just saying. But
But they
it's
don't understand that. They don't
some
understand
of
that
them
because just
understand it, but they don't want to.
but
They don't,
just like
because that would require them to Michelle. That would require them to actually commit to finding out more about you, or in committing more of themselves. And so many people just want to hang out.
Yeah.
Let's just be. Can't we just be? And we don't have to title up everything. I don't need you to be my boyfriend tomorrow, my husband by Saturday. But
Hmm.
if you are not moving, then I'm going to keep on walking. And in some
That's it.
cases, I'm going to run because I don't want anything to do with that. And there's a lot of good men out there that just don't know how to run with you.
Hold your thought,
Mm.
brother. Don't.
Come
Go
on.
ahead, brother.
Come on, brother.
I do have something to add to that. But ladies, just you and I know the men are probably gonna chime in on this one, but I what not what's your name? I can't see it.
Who, Terry?
Me, Buffy?
Buffy?
Terry
Miss
or Buck.
Buffy.
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Buffy, I heard you say that they running behind all these different women and everybody texting, even and the women is texting them what they doing, so they don't want to get focused on one person, on one thing. But
Mm-hmm.
when you said that, I immediately thought that this man that we all ask for or we want or whatever, um are you willing to be all of those women for that one man though?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to
Absolutely.
do that? Are you because
Absolutely.
just like you said, you gave an array of names. You gave a Becky.
Uh-huh.
We already
Maria.
know a Maria.
Oh, dang.
We gave a Laquanda. So we
Uh-huh.
know
Hmm.
we know what all of those are.
Yes.
But if you want this particular person or this one particular type of and know that that's where his mindset is, are you willing to be all those people, all those women for him? Because Becky might like to do one thing,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but Laquanda might want to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it don't always mean sex, but I'm just saying, if it is, are you willing to be all those women? If not, let that man do what he gonna do and go
Right.
about his business, and you do you too. Now, don't get it twisted.
Ab- oh,
You do you
absolutely.
too.
And just for clarification, I'm not even referring to any one person. This is just like here and there. I've met people. They're not, and I'm not. It's not even focused on me because I'm not the only one that I know that's experiencing this. The men
Mhm.
are just not. They're not in tune. They don't have a desire. Uh, Put it like this: there was a time when men, when they found out they were going to have a date with a woman, they got the car washed, they put on
Yes.
they fresh outfits, suit fits, whatever. It was a big deal. They were like, "Oh my God, I'm going out with this lady. They were ready, wanted to spend time with her, wanted to understand that woman and get to know that woman. But the thing has flipped. So men are not, they're not hunting the women. That's what I want to say. They're not seeking out anything in particular for the women from the women. It's as if the man has become the woman and they want to be pursued in that way. And to be honest, I'm not a hunter. I know
That's
what to do when I get there. I know all the things to bring to the table, but that man or those men may not know that I have those things available or how everything, whatever. They don't know my get down because they haven't stopped and say, "Oh, I see her. Oh, she's smart. Oh, she's funny." Whatever. They don't know what's good about me because I'm just one of the many that's going by they train.
right.
So yeah, I know to say, oh wow, well, it don't look like he's feeling me or he's not looking at me. So I move on. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. But believe me, I'm moving on and on and on. I'm like,
Yeah,
where
you
am I
swiping
at?
right.
Ain't
Swipe
no
right.
doubt that I'm worthy. You know, I could brag on myself all day, but I don't have to do that. I can call any ex, husband, boyfriend, good friend, whatever, anyone who knows me and has spent a significant amount of time around me, they can preach my accolades. So it's not like maybe I have a problem and men are shying away from me, or maybe I don't know how to act around men and men don't want me. That's not the issue. It's just that men are not seeing our value. And that's
And
that's my experience right now.
hmm and you know why that is?
Go ahead, Bubba.
You know why that is?
Because it ain't for them.
Because of these no, because of these $40 Marmaduke looking bitches. That's why.
Well, hell yeah, that's the
That's
whole point.
exactly why. Them $40 you see everybody flashing on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
them $40 hoes, them Marmaduke looking bitches.
$40.
That's why. That's why they're not excited about getting dressed up, gassing
Yeah,
up the car, cleaning it, and bragging about they got a date with the finest broad on the block.
right.
That's
Where
why they
that
not.
go? Yeah.
Yeah, because so many women are making it easy.
Uh-oh.
What's the bell for?
What you got to say? We overtime?
Ladies, you guys have done y'all thing tonight. You
Well, you
definitely
ain't sweating,
have.
so we have to.
I want to make sure that you get to say she said, I ain't sweating. Boy, oh boy. You have
Take
no
that off.
idea. I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to say a few final words. We're going to go a little bit over time, a little bit, but I want to give each of you one last time to say your piece or speak so that we can leave an impression on the men, because those fellas that are here, I know for a fact they are appreciative, the ones that were paying attention. And we're going to bring it back to the ladies next week, where the fellas are going to be in your seat and you guys will be sitting where the fellas are. So
Oh, I can't wait.
I know you
It's
can.
gonna be
So
wonderful.
I'm gonna let Miss Buffy start us off on the way out.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna drop a little advice to the fellas and say, if you take up a woman's time, be intentional, want something. Um, you don't have to ask me what I'm doing if you're doing it with me. So
Amen.
that's all I'm saying is be intentional. Don't hit my line for nothing. Hi guys.
Wow.
Hi
Don't
man.
ask me what I'm
I
doing.
love, let me tell you, I love my black men. Love them. They delicious. I don't want to search outside of my culture and my people. I love my people. I like that brown skin up against my brown skin. So that's all I got to say is be intentional. If you want something, want something. And definitely I'm not talking about if you want to get me in the bed. I'm being clear. If you want something and you want to get to know me, then yeah, let's get to know each other. But just because you can ask women you don't know their phone number and text them I don't like that at all. Leave me alone. That's
Thank
all.
you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Ding ding. It's ding ding, y'all. It's ding
Ding,
ding.
ding. Good ting ting.
Hey. We know what the bottom line is with that one. That
Right.
being said, though, yeah, primarily to the fellas that are out there that are listening and those that'll hear it later on, um, be open. Just as Buffy said, bring it. Stop half stepping, please, because most women out there are willing to go and give you 1,000%, whether they're a good woman or not, whether they're the right one for you. We don't half step very often. When we feel somebody giving us half an inch, we are definitely going to give you another foot to roll with.
Mm-hmm.
So take that opportunity. Stop hesitating. Yes, we're grown. I mean, this is all age people, but we want to know exactly what you want. Even if it is by the second date, you want to be doing the do. Fine. At least we know where you're coming from, so we can decide
Right.
what we
Yeah.
do with that. But don't get us to date
Right.
two and then suddenly start acting funny style. Just bring it all as much as you can to the table and let us pick if it is for us, as opposed to you trying to decide what you want to share.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Miss Bubba.
Well, I'd like to say quiet. Um, the amenities. I just want you to know that there are amenities there, and that for those amenities, you have to come correct for those amenities. And make sure you appreciate your woman every now and again. Just do something nice, sweet. Hold her hand, walk through the mall, whatever. Just show her that you appreciate her and not take her for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's right. And y'all men over 50, y'all ain't got a lot of time, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Y'all, some of y'all ain't all that. I'm just saying, that's a fact of life. Stuff happens. Things change. So
oh, I got 4%.
So look, ladies,
that's all I'm saying. Y'all ain't got a
Buffy,
lot of time,
Buffy
bruh.
goes to the haymaker right as it's time to get off of this.
I know.
She goes hard in the paint, but I appreciate each of you guys, ladies. I'm not even gonna tell everybody how shy and bashful each of you really truly are. You guys
Right.
definitely stepped up this evening and gave a great representation of what the ladies want. Ladies in the audience, tag them in, tag those fellas in that you want to hear this message, to watch this show, this episode, because there's so much. I mean, there's much more that we could be talking about, but we only had an hour to do this. And,
That's right.
the post is always going to be here. By all means, jump in there, share your thoughts. Fellas, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you because I need you to give these ladies some feedback, some rebuttal to what's been said. Let's clear up some misconceptions about some of us fellas, because all of us ain't bad dudes,
Nope.
just like all the ladies ain't great ladies. Because some of them got crowns and clowns of their own, but I'm gonna just be quiet and not speak too much on that until next week. So, ladies, please stick around. I'm gonna do this really fast. It's been a fun evening. The ladies have brought the heat. They definitely are getting it in. They got it in. They represent it properly. Fellas, we got some work to do. We got a little bit of fine tuning for ourselves to do. Just take a look at yourself. What are you doing? Is there something that you could be doing better? Am I wasting somebody's time? Am I not? Am I giving them what they need, what they want? You know, I don't know. I heard a lot of things tonight, and I can't wait to sit down and just really watch this episode and take my own notes for next week's show. So I want to thank you guys so much. My YouTube audience, again, for those of you there, Gentlemen After Dark, or excuse me, Gentlemen_After Dark. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And no, I'm not trying to get monetized, but I'm just trying to build a following, which we have been doing. This is episode number 10. We are about 4 episodes away from the conclusion of season 2, guys. We are chugging along quite swiftly. So I want to thank everybody again for their time, their energy. Thank you for being here with me. And on that note, I'm going to leave you like this.
From the desert to the sea,
and to all who have decided to chat with me, good evening.